I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of these.
I'd like to check your horses out.
Ha! Even better, but you won't believe it until...
And you might not believe your eyes when you do. Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave.
I want to have a word with old...
Well, I'm having a...
I apologize.
for interrupting our conversation.
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then.
I came with a delegation from...
Is this a
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a... I got him a place at the Archbishopric. Only it wasn't long before they kicked... And then, I find out he's settled in some backwater parish. But he took his boozing and whoring...
Try saying it again a little louder.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced...
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a
How dare...
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough!
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies.
You've got no other option.
Gentlemen, I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin.
Out of the question. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher.
You want satisfaction? Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come...
After you.
Well, that's that.
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher would sort it...
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. That was sneaky. You're fast.
Left arm lower!
Not bad for a priest. Hey, who taught you that?
Look in my eyes, not at my
Not bad
sword!
for a priest.
Fuck you!
Sum quisve tribue!
Take that!
What's wrong with your legs? Stand firm! Otherwise the first strike will put you on your
Not bad for a
arse!
priest.
Fuck you!
Sum quisve tribue!
Did they teach you that in the
Swing
seminary?
with your whole arm, not just your right. Cover your right side. You've got a gap there I could drive a cart through. Smile, you fuck, while you've still got teeth.
Enough! That will do. My God. Where did you learn? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer.
I was in a war. Right after the... And you ought to know yourself.
Aye.
So father would be... Only he'll never be satisfied.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was 8.
Only 3 days.
I always wondered who you were. There was...
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. But now, I have a chance to...
And that's why you want...
I've got to get him on our side.
Aren't we all on the same...
Maybe everyone's saying that.
After your encounter with Father, actually, I don't think you should even attempt it.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure.
All right, then. You've heard Job's... It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around...
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright...
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and Berg.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plans sound...
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime.
G'day. May I have a word?
You? Anytime. Unlike this pack of...
Have you got something?
Their forefathers lived up to their ears in dung, and they think that can turn...
But surely they're not old.
Allies or not,
Young Lord Capon is fine.
he got a harsh lesson. But at least he... But if not,
Do you think there's really going to be a war?
I sincerely hope so. Whoever sits around...
What do you think of
Are you testing me? Jobs to call?
to turn out well? Some are up to their elbows.
Better make sure you're among the latter, then.
Godwin, we didn't have much time for conversation on the way.
With pleasure, sir. What are you expecting?
Well, I have no but all going well, as long as we proceed without prior agreement and...
I couldn't help but notice your son has...
To put it mildly, but not to do him an injustice, knowing young Lord Capon, he undoubtedly... Although, if they didn't pull each other out of trouble...
Wise words. Still, Henry's come along.
You know, I am. And Martin would also be...
May God grant... Where did you leave Sir Divish? Surely...
Haven't you heard? No one even imagined Divish would produce an...
As they say.
Godwin.
Well, it...
Nothing but a bloody fraud. I mean, who the hell does he think he is? He's not the one with the itchy prick.
He didn't tell you anything?
He didn't even look at it.
How are you getting on so...
Aside from the happy family...
I'd almost forgotten about that.
Father is...
Keep it up. Just don't overdo it with the...
Exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
Bird. Sir Bojack, I need to...
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a...
On the contrary, I've come...
Does that improvement include a few thousand...
A few thousand men-at-arms, as only in order to get...
You've got my attention.
How can I persuade...
I need guarantees of security.
Of course.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to... I have a lot of property, lots of subjects. I can't risk it all in a conflict.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the...
My guarantee is called Yitka. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another...
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable...
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who...
I believe Liechtenstein.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund.
How about young...
He's a youngster still.
He may be young. He's got battle experience. And when he gets...
If he gets it. Right now, Hunnish lords over Rat. On the other hand, the lords of Light, maybe it's...
So,
You're selling the skin of a boar. First, I want a confirmation.
and what if Lord Capon...
I don't care what the young lord thinks. If he agrees, I'll be...
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to say...
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice.
You see...
Oh, these grand aristocratic... I'd be happier if they just told me in the morning.
But then you'd miss all... It seems Liechtenstein's looking for...
And how's he gonna do it? Didn't you see them all?
Well, different approach.
The only approach that'll work with Sigismund is open resist.
Let's hope young Lord Capon manages to stay free.
That's one thing you can always...
God forbid. Henry's...
In that case, it'll be up to you. I'm sure you wouldn't leave him.
A lot of people think the weather out of feet.
Well, that's to be expected. As long as Sigismund has the city...
Well, at least...
Sigismund confiscated his castle and half his... Not to mention that his son was...
I'll have some wine.
Take a look at that. And
Sir Hanush,
you do.
young Lord Cape...
If he's got some impoverished, I'm not going to support...
You misunderstood my... I mean, with
You arranged a marriage for my ward?
the niece of Sir Bushek, Lord of Kunsta.
Butchek of Kunsta? Godwin, you cannot...
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunst's niece. If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the rat out.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa.
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a word. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him...
Cheers!
Cheers to you.
Sir Bushek, your niece...
So Hanush agreed.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill
Thank you.
enough formality.
Cheers to the beautiful lady...
Here's to a good...